Hey, welcome back everybody to the channel. So today we're going to be talking about some pains. So have you had any growing pains? Like, where are you at in your business? Are you feeling like it in your stomach or maybe in your head, but you're having some growing pains in your business? So in this video today, I want to share with you all about growing pains in your business, okay? And I want to share with you one strategy, like I'm going to map it out for you step by step, that you can take in overcoming growing pains. Now, this is just one strategy. Of course, there's more, but I want to tell it to you through the eyes of one of my clients that I recently, we talked about this last week, because he's currently experiencing these growing pains. And so got me to thinking that, well, you know what? You guys in my community may be experiencing the same thing. So today is all about strategy. So get ready for this. And if you're taking notes, you're going to want to write this down. And if you're not taking notes, you're still going to want to write this down, because trust me, they're coming. All right. So here's the thing. Oh, I forgot. And for those of you that don't know who I am, let me not take that for granted, right? My name is Felicia Streeter. I'm over at FeliciaStreeter.com, creator of the Contractor's Edge Bootcamp, where I help small business owners just like you start and grow a profitable government contracting business and tap into the trillion-dollar government marketplace. So I'm teaching you how to bid and win. All right, so let's dive in. So here's the thing. Let me give you the scenario. I'm going to paint you a picture of my client, and you'll probably see yourself in here somewhere, even if you're not at the level he's at today. All right. So he was working 18-hour days, and in actuality, he missed one of our calls because he had to work. So why is he working 18 hours in his business? And he has employees. Okay. So what happened is, one of the employees didn't show up, didn't call, just didn't show up. So at the end of the day, it's his contract, right? His company name is on the line. So what does he do? He shows up. So he's working 18-hour shifts on a contract, and then he's trying to, of course, get some sleep, right? And so he told me, he was like, I just need some sleep, So he's craving sleep, but he really needs some help, right? And so here's the thing. Sleep, right, for him at that moment is just putting a Band-Aid on the situation. I'm all about eliminating the situation. Now, it's not to say that we're going to eliminate it today or tomorrow. It's going to take some time, but we can definitely eliminate the problem, right? Versus just putting the Band-Aid on it. So if you're with me on that, hit the like button. Let me know you're feeling what I'm putting down, and we're going to dive into this, okay? Now, here's the thing. When you're hiring employees, you have to kind of have them invested, right? Where they're vested, not invested, well, you could say invested, but vested in your vision, vested in the business. And, that's a whole nother conversation. But when you're having a high turnover ratio and you're always having to fill in for your employees, there's some things that we need to look at, okay? So that's one thing, all right? So here's the thing. He's filling in for these no-shows, right? So he has no time to interview new people because why? He's working 18 hours on a job. So I'm listening at what he's telling me, but then he's also saying, but I need more contracts in order to hire more employees as well. Especially like to be in the office, do the paperwork, hiring, interviewing, that kind of thing. So there's a couple problems. One, that sounds like there's not enough cash flow in the projects to, take care of the office things as well. Meaning it could be the pricing that you're bidding on the project, or it could be you're not putting enough profit in there. Maybe you're missing out on some of your expenses. I don't know, because I didn't look at that part. But we got to get the cash flow up, right? And so how do we do that? But we also need help in this business. So how do we do that? So what I'm going to share with you could really work in both situations. You just have to switch it out from looking for employees to looking for opportunities, contracts to bid, okay? So here's the thing. Here was my solution. Now, this may be painful in the beginning because it's going to take a little bit of time, but I promise you, once you put this into a system and automate it like I'm getting ready to share with you, game changer. Game changer. Trust me. So stick with me. And here I have my notes because I laid this out step by step for you, okay? So you're going to have to put in some work on the front end to reap the rewards on the back end, all right? So you only have to be present for the interviewing process. The rest of it you can automate in getting people in, okay? So the only thing you have to do, like how we're on camera, you can do a video conference interview, or you can have them come in person, right? So here's what I want to do. I want to share this one strategy to help you overcome these growing pains, whether you're having them now or if you have them in the future, because trust me, they're coming, all right? So get ready. Most businesses face this at some point. And here's the thing. You know your craft, right? You know how to do what you're offering to your customers, but a lot of times we lack the skill set in the back office. We lack the knowledge of, we don't know what we don't know, right? Especially if you haven't had business training or you haven't, went to college for business and took business courses or things like that. So here's how you're going to automate your hiring process. And it can even be used for whether you're hiring employees, independent contractors, and even subcontractors, okay? So however you want to do that. So here's the first thing I want to suggest. You make Facebook, Instagram, wherever your people are hanging out. And if you're looking for employees, they're probably everywhere in general, right? Independent contractors, you just have to figure out where they're hanging at and that kind of thing, or subcontractors. But you can use social media. So I'm just using Facebook and Instagram for this example, but you can use this as part of your hiring process, okay? So here's what you can do. You can do social media posts letting people know who you are, what your business does, and that you're looking for employees. You are hiring, right? Is what you want to let them know. And you could also use LinkedIn for this as well, okay? Now, you're going to want to, in your post, also tell them what you're hiring for, right? So just a brief description. You don't want to make it too long. Put some bullets in there. That would be awesome, because then they can just really scan it. And then in that post, you can have a link, and you could link it to your contact page, or you could set up a special page on your website where they can submit their resume. And then you could also ask them some questions as well and have them submit the answers to that all at the same time. And then what you can do is review those, or if you have someone to review them for you, you could do that. And then the next step is scheduling the interview. So let's back up. Step number one is you have to make people aware that you're hiring, right? You can use social media, cost you nothing. And then you have to have a way for them to submit their resumes, as well as if you have any questions you want to ask them, do that. And so you have to tell them, right, what the next step is. Answer these questions, submit your resume here, and give them the links to where they can do that, okay? And then you're looking every day, right, reviewing them, and really in a matter of 2-3 minutes, you can make your initial, whether it's going in the trash can or you're going to keep it with those resumes, okay? So once you do that, if it's somebody viable, you want to talk to them, then you can schedule an interview. Crunch for time, do a video conference interview first. You don't have to have them come into the office, right? But you can reach out, and how about this? Reach out, send them an email, right? And have them schedule an interview with you, and you can do it via video conferencing, right? So you can use a software that I'm going to tell you here in a second to do that, right? So we're automating as much as possible, okay? Now, you're going to continuously run this process until you have a nice backlog. And I mean, if your turnover is really great, then you should be doing this all the time. You decide, right, of at least collecting the data. That way you have somewhere to go look when you're ready to hire people, okay? So here's what the workflow looks like. And then I'm going to tell you some software and things that you can use as well. And I'll put the links, of course, down in the description. So here's the workflow, right? You got to create your job description. You're going to create your social media post based on the job description. So you're going to put that in, in your post. Then you're going to automate it to social media. How do you do that? You can use Hootsuite. I think they still have a free version. Buffer, I think, has a free version. And SmarterQ. I use SmarterQ, but I will put those links below, okay? When the resumes come in, you review the resumes. Those that you want to interview, you can send them a link to schedule a call with you in a scheduling system where you've previously set up the times that you're available, and you can go change it day to day, week to week, or if it's pretty set, you can just set it and leave it, but you can change it at your leisure. Some of those that you can use is Calendarly, Acuity Scheduler, which is the one I use. And then you can hold the interview virtually, right? Like I said, you can do a video conferencing, do the first one by phone, however you want to do it. And then if you're still filling them, right, and you're kind of figuring it's a good fit, now you can have an in-person interview, okay, where you have them come into your office, and then you decide if you want to hire them, what's the start date, and you kind of go from there. I think you know how to proceed from there, right? So here's the thing. I just shared with you one of the growing pains that either you're encountering right now or you will here in the near future if your goal is to ever grow your business. And most people are in business to grow. So at some point, you're going to experience growing pains. So you got to hit it off. If you have time now, go ahead and set up, the systems for this. You don't have to use it now, but at least when you're ready, it's set up, it's automated, and it's pretty much a hands-off until you get ready to interview somebody. Now, if you need help with growing and scaling your business, I'm here for you, okay? I'm here for you. I take on private clients where we work together one-on-one, and it's all about building it bigger and better. I'm talking about your business. Whether you want to stay in the private sector or you want to do a mixture of both private sector and government sector, I got you. Check out my Contractor's Edge program. We have open enrollment going on right now. And you can go over and learn more about that over at FeliciaStreeter.com/NLC. All right. And this is for serious people that's ready to make it a game changer. Like you're ready to do the darn thing. And I'm ready to do it with you. Okay. So don't wait. Don't hesitate on putting this system in place. And here's the thing. There's other systems that you should have in your business, right? Systems should be throughout your business, to be honest with you, especially if you plan to grow, because at some point you're going to have to start hiring people. They need to know the system. And then automate where you can. Automate. Automation is beautiful. It's a time saver. All right. So don't forget, if you need help with growing and scaling your government contracting business, check your girl out. I'm over at FeliciaStreeter.com/NLC. And if this is your first time, or maybe you've been back, let me just say welcome. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, make sure you do that, because I don't want you to miss out on any of this goodness that I'm sharing and putting down for you guys at a minimum on a weekly basis. All right. So until next time, have an awesome rest of your day. Go create a system, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye now.